Hello and welcome to another MemberMouse 101 training video. My name is Eric Turnison, and in this video we're going to talk about integrating with your payment service provider and your email service provider. So here we are on the payment method screen, and this is where you're going to identify which payment method or methods that you want to integrate MemberMouse with. Now with MemberMouse you can have one on-site payment method, which is a payment method where you're actually collecting credit card information on your site. Here's a list of on-site payment methods. And in addition to on-site payment method, you can have one or more off-site payment methods. So it's possible to have a MemberMouse site where you're collecting credit card payments through Stripe on your site and also giving your customers the options to check out with PayPal off of your site. So here we can see I already have Stripe set up with MemberMouse. And there are step-by-step tutorial articles on every single payment method that we have available for MemberMouse. And you can access those by going to the Need Help menu and clicking Related Videos and Articles. Now, once you've integrated your payment method that you're going to be using, the first thing you want to do is run the diagnostic tool. This is going to check and make sure that your server doesn't have any security restrictions that are going to keep your recurring billing from happening. And when you run the diagnostic, what you want to see is that it looks like this. Now, if there's a problem on your server, what you'll see is something more like this. And on this screen, you can actually see the response returned by your server. So all the information you need is provided here that you can then go and talk to your hosting provider and get all that figured out. In our experience, 95% of the time, the site diagnostic tool returns a success message. So most likely you're not going to have to worry about this. But in the event that you do, it's pretty straightforward to handle with your hosting provider. So once you have your payment methods configured, the next step is to start testing your checkout process. And if I switch over to the customer view of my site at this time, what I can see on my sales page is that I have a number of buttons that the customer is expected to click to go to the checkout page. And I see here the starter button hasn't been connected up yet. So what I need to do is I need to get a purchase link so that I can apply it to that button. And the way I do that is I go to my product settings. And for this particular case, that button is going to be signing up for the starter membership level. So I'll go over to membership levels. And you'll see here there's a purchase links column. So for the starter membership, I'll click on that. And then I'll indicate which product is going to be purchased on this button. And this particular button is going to be signing up for the starter subscription monthly. So it gives me my purchase link smart tag right here. I'll go ahead and copy that. And now all I do is go to my sales page. I'm going to paste in that smart tag there. And what I really need is just this item right here because I already have the button style already figured out. So I'm just going to copy that smart tag, paste it in there, and update. Now if I go back to my sales page, refresh, and click the button, it immediately takes me to the checkout page and indicates that I'm purchasing the starter membership for $10 a month. Now what it can do is start filling out this form with all of my information. But at this point I want to introduce you to a really time-saving tool for use during testing called Test Data. So for that we'll switch back over to our payment settings screen. And you'll notice there's a tab here called Test Data. And I will go ahead and enable this. And what this allows you to do is enter in all of your test data one time. Go ahead and fill out a password here. And that way, when I save this form, this is the test credit card number for Stripe. When I save this form and go back to my checkout page, it automatically pre-fills out the checkout form for me. So no matter how many times I need to test this form, I don't have to retype it in every time I go to it. And this is super helpful when you're testing things out. So now I'll go ahead and submit this order. Now if I switch back over and go to my Manage Members screen, I can see that that new account was created on the starter membership. So at this point, we're actually ready to start accepting customers. We have our checkout core page for MemberMouse fully functional. We've integrated with a payment service, and we've created some purchase links on our site so that customers can go to the checkout page and purchase particular products. But usually, as far as integrations go, there's one more thing that we want to do before we go live and to start accepting customers. And that is integrate with an email service provider. And that's really straightforward as well. So what we'll do is go to email settings. And you can see here I'm already integrated with MailChimp. I got my API key from MailChimp. And again, for all of the email providers we integrate with, all you need to do to get the step-by-step guides for integrating your particular provider with MemberMouse is go to Need Help and Related Videos. Now there are a number of things we can do with the email integration. The first thing we can do is identify a prospect list and a cancellation list. Typically a prospect list is dealing with pre-sale activity. There may actually be an autoresponder related to this list, so there may be some emails that you're sending out engaging people, attempting to get them to join your membership site. But the idea is that the prospect list is something that you can select, and MemberMouse will automatically remove members from the prospect list when they become a member of your site. A cancellation list is the list that members will be added to when they cancel their membership. This can be helpful if you want to keep track of those email addresses and possibly re-engage them in the future. And then down here we have our membership level mappings. And this simply allows you for each membership level to associate it with a particular list in your email service provider, which indicates that when somebody signs up for this particular membership level, they will be added to this list. And something even more powerful you can do is you can do this for bundles as well. So you can create bundle mappings. And what this means is that when somebody adds this bundle to their account, we can add them to this email list on our email provider. And when they cancel that bundle, we can add them to this list. So as you can see, MemberMouse provides a lot of tools for closely integrating your membership site with your email service provider. And now that we have our email service provider integrated, why don't we go back to our customer site, log out, and I'll go purchase a starter subscription again, submit that order. And now we'll go take a look at MailChimp. This is our starter list. I'll go ahead and refresh this. So now I can see that this new member has been added to the starter members list. And you'll also notice here that we pass along information about what bundles that this particular customer has on their account. And this can be useful if you want to segment your list based on what bundles a customer has purchased or not. So at this point, you've got your payment methods integrated and you have your email provider integrated. So whenever you're ready to launch your site, you're ready to accept payments and keep your members integrated with your email service provider. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.